3, 2, 1, cut! Well done! Nice job.
This is our first ribbon cutting of 2022, and it's so exciting to be here. This is one of our best turnouts ever. It's really phenomenal, which I think shows both how well Greg Woehrle and his family is loved in the community, and how much people just want to get out and socialize, right? So it works out really well. But I just want to take a couple minutes to chat, and then we're going to turn over to our new mayor, who will say a few words on behalf of the city. That's right. Then we're going to cut the ribbon, and so it'll be a photo op for everybody. And then we're going to turn over to Greg, who can give us a little history, a little story about his business, and especially this new building and the latest incarnation of his venture.
And his staff.
And his staff. Yeah. So I think, but really just on behalf of the chamber, I say it's just ribbon cuttings are the best event, right? Because it just shows. It shows growth, and it shows just, being adventurous and confident in the future, right? Which I think we all want to be. We're all tired of 2021. 2022 is really, I think, hopefully we're going to turn a corner, so to speak. And this, I think, having a new business with new opportunities is just phenomenal. So we're really excited. On behalf of the chamber, we want to thank Woehrle, Real Estate and Development for being part of the community, part of the chamber. And we're just so excited to see what you guys are going to do in the next couple of years. All right.
And supplying a great set of food.
Yes, a good spread. So what I'd like to do is for her first, you can hang on to that. For her first ribbon cutting as mayor, I'd like to turn over to Mayor Garen.
Yay!
Yay! So first of all, I'm very excited to be here, and I did tell Greg, I'm so glad to find out about him, and I know that I'm just getting to know him. No, actually, the funny thing about welcoming Greg Woehrle to the community is that he's been here for a very long time. And we've known each other through Springbrook and going to Oakwood and on a number of different things. And so welcoming you and congratulating you on this new venture, even though I understand you've been doing this for a few years as well, and to Samantha and to your whole staff on behalf of the City Council, congratulations. And we look forward to hearing a little bit more about your business and hanging out here sometimes. So thank you.
Yay.
All right. 3, 2, 1, cut!
All right, guys.
There you go.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Very excited.
Yeah. Okay.
That's pretty good.
Stand here. That's great. So everybody, let me just say a few words. Let me just say a few words. So I'm actually really thrilled because I never expected we'd have this many. Our last function that we did, we had like 6 or 7 people. But that was before the girls started working. And boy, they've been doing such a great job on social media, and that's how all of you guys got here. And it's just been fabulous because for me, social media and I don't mix too well. I'm good at checking the stocks on the phone, and that's about it. And when it comes to trying to do all that social media stuff, thank God for my team, which is Samantha, my daughter, and her best friend, which is Natalie, and Ariana, who's been working with me and also runs the Early Diagnosis Foundation, which is actually out of this building as well, and her daughter, Colette. So we kind of got a really nice little family niche, and my wife is here, Marty Woehrle, and please say hi to her. And my kids are here. I'm one of those that have a lot of kids here. My sister's here. And I've got 6 kids that have all gone through the Lafayette schools. And so you may have heard of them or seen them, which has been really neat. So we've actually had some roots here for like 30 years, maybe even longer than that. So I've been doing real estate for over 30 years. I started in Piedmont. Our company was called Select Real Estate. And then once my daughter graduated in the middle of COVID, right in the middle of COVID, she got out of school from Washington State. and she tried to go interview when nobody was doing anything. I mean, people had masks on, there was smoke in the air, and she was like going, "Dad, what the heck do I do?" And I was like, "Well, why don't we get together and let's do some business? We've got so much going on here at the gallery, so much development and so much other real estate activity for our family." I said, "Why don't we just start a retail side or get more involved in the retail side?" Because I've been doing retail as well for 30 years. So this gave her a place, a home. It made it so that I could like go, well, this is something that I can actually hand off to my kids, because I learned in development, nobody really wants to do that. Who's had a crappy contractor? I mean, I had to, a lot of times I just knew that if I was going to turn something over, I had to be the one that always wasn't in the forefront, always the one having to make the decisions and always the one doing the business. In fact, I was the business and now she'll be the business. And so with my team, and it's also going to be woman owned, which is great because, you know, I think that that's one of the greatest things here that our community provides. And so I'm really excited, and we are out here as the first multi-licensed brokerage in pretty much Northern California. It means we have 3 different licenses. We have a broker's license, we have a contracting license, and we have an engineering license, which means now you can come to one place and get all your answers for everything you need to do from the ground up. So that, we hope, is going to give us a little bit of an edge, a little bit something different, just a reason for people to come see us, because we actually do have the answers and the resources. And I've built a bunch of homes in this community, and I've done a huge development in this community. So I kind of understand the ins and outs of not only just retail real estate, but development, which now with the new SB 9, I know some people think that's a bad word, but SB 9 can be really beneficial to a bunch of families here in Lafayette that are looking to subdivide their parcels, that know nothing about how to subdivide. Now they can come somewhere, people that actually know how to do it, and help guide them through. So we're going to offer a few special services too through our brokerage, and I think it's going to be real neat. So thank you all so much for coming. And, you know, our doors are always open. We may not always be open, but you can call me anytime. I offered in my last mailings for 3 hours of free consulting. Nobody picked it up and nobody asked me. So I'm wondering if people think I know what the heck I'm doing. So 3 hours of free consulting from me is a pretty good value. So if you got any questions or anything that you need, please feel free to give me a call or text me. But thank you all so much for coming. This is a great night.
Can you talk a little bit about early diagnosis? Because a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me just say one thing about the Early Diagnosis Foundation, because that is also here, and Jay asked me to say something. The Early Diagnosis Foundation was started about 4 years ago, and part of our board is actually here, Leslie and John Viswal, so thank you guys for coming. We are actually giving part of our proceeds from Woehrle Real Estate and our development to Early Diagnosis Foundation. And what Early Diagnosis Foundation is exactly what it says. It's diagnosing people early. It's figuring out what's wrong with you before your symptoms turn into chronic illnesses and diseases. And so we're looking to be out in the forefront of helping people get to the doctor, helping people understand what's truly wrong with them, and giving them a resource somewhere to come so that we can then use our resources to put them in the right direction. And we'll be donating our funds to major societies. Cancer Society, Lupus Society. My wife is actually a lupus survivor, which is incredible. And so that's a passion for me, and that chokes me up a little bit, so I better stop. But anyway, thank you very much for coming.
Good job, man. Congratulations.
Thanks. Thanks. Okay.
A sign of never giving up.
Oh, thank you.
Do you realize how important that is?
Yeah,
You never gave up.
No, I know, and it was like, boy, I should
And
have.
when I think of what that gave you from the beginning,
Yeah.
I just think